What does it mean to be a good person? That's the question that's been at the center of philosophical debate for millennia. And it's the central theme of Netflix's new sci-fi thriller, I Am Mother. The movie follows a human girl, only referred to as daughter, who is raised by a robot called Mother. They live in isolation in an enclosed, futuristic bunker. As the story progresses, a woman from outside the bunker is introduced, and immediately conflict arises between her and Mother. Philosophers have debated what it means to be good, and what it means to live a good life. German philosophers Kant and Nietzsche held opposing views regarding virtue and what it meant to be good. These differences between the great philosophers are reflected in the movie via the differences between woman and mother. Over time, daughter learns that mother had raised at least two other humans. Daughter discovers files showing that at least one of those was aborted due to poor performance on mother's tests. Eventually, daughter learns that mother is trying to find a way to raise humans to be good, according to mother's own definition of good. Kant was an Enlightenment-era philosopher that believed people should be guided by what he called the categorical imperative, which can be summed up as, do unto others what you would have others do unto you. Kant believed that a society that could provide food, security, and education was a must in order for a person to be able to develop principles that adhered to the categorical imperative. He believed in temperance and in controlling one's bodily desires by utilizing reason. This is what he believed set humanity apart from animals. Nietzsche believed in rejecting the values of others and instead relying on oneself to establish values. He believed selfishness was an important tool to be used strategically. He had a critical attitude towards morality for the sake of fitting someone else's definition of good. He did not agree with the belief that self-denial should be praiseworthy and did not think equality or self-sacrifice should be guiding principles. He saw religion as detrimental to humanity and hoped to replace it via culture. Nietzsche taught that one should strive for constant improvement to achieve an ever better version of oneself. During the scene where Mother presents the organ donor scenario, especially when she changes the scenario to have the doctor be the organ donor, where one person's death could mean the survival of several others, Kant's belief in self-sacrifice would mean the proper answer would be for the sacrifice to be made. However, Nietzsche's call for selfishness would mean the doctor should save his own life under that philosophy. The differences in philosophy between woman and mother can be seen in their chosen living quarters. Woman lives in a shipping container. Nearly everything you own was once housed in one of those. The container represents familiarity and a link to the past. This represents Kant's belief that one needs to rely on society in order to have a chance at developing proper principles. Mother's bunker contains state-of-the-art technology and represents innovation and the future. This represents Nietzsche's Übermensch. Never satisfied with the status quo, Nietzsche believed in seeking constant self-improvement. Kant grew more secular in adulthood, but recognized the role religion had played in helping shape moral people. Woman carries a rosary and prays, showing her dependence on religion in difficult situations. Nietzsche famously declared, "God is dead," in reference to people becoming more secular. Mother never remarks on religion, but also she never taught daughter to pray. Daughter was raised in a strictly secular fashion. Nietzsche saw the need for people to set their own values, rather than relying on external sources. To woman, religion, community, and interpersonal bonds are important. She holds onto the memory of people that have died by drawing their faces. This helps her maintain those bonds that she relies on for strength, even if those people are no longer alive. Kant believed that a strong society was needed in order to create virtuous people. People would learn to internalize the categorical imperative only through education, but that required a society that could provide safety while still allowing people free will. Mother sought the opposite of this. Daughter's sister that failed mother's tests was killed for not living up to mother's standards. The sister was not allowed the freedom to develop her own principles. For mother, rationality rules. She represents Nietzsche's philosophy. Mother seeks to create a new humanity that conforms to her view of what is good. She seeks to destroy the religion of old and replace it with a culture that thrives on self-improvement. She embraces selfishness to achieve her goal, to the point she is willing to kill those that risk undermining her desired utopia. Mother allows daughter to kill her, in turn, making daughter into the future mother for the rest of humanity. This forces daughter into the position to create and follow her own values, as she no longer has anyone but herself to look up to. This was perhaps mother's ultimate goal, to raise a human that would set her own values and become the Übermensch that would lead the new generation of humanity. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section.